Hello, my viewers. Welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. This is probably the last video of this week. Until next week, as you guys seen on the video first launched, that we got a lot of things coming next week. I'm getting all those videos and stuff ready, get everything ready and prepared for, the season, the regular season, the first week of the regular season. It'll be very exciting, very pumped up. But I have one video that I was thinking in particular that I had holding for a while. I was waiting to the right moment to do this video, and as you see from the title, is what are your expectations for the Steelers this year? I know we kind of had like this a few videos about projections of certain players or standings of what the Steelers should kind of like how the players should perform and stuff. But what are your expectations of the Pittsburgh Steelers this season? I have some bullet points right here. I think the first one gotta be 10+ wins. The Steelers haven't won 10 games. They haven't won 10 games. They haven't won over 9 games in the past 2 seasons. No, last year they went 9-8, and the year before that they went was it 9-7-1? I think, yeah, 9-7-1. So the Steelers could kind of been on that little it's not being a bad team. It's kind of like a little above average type team for the past few seasons. And now with the new roster, there's really no excuses anymore. You got to go out there and you got to perform at a high level. You got to go out there and try to win 10+ games. I think the Steelers have an opportunity to do that too. This season, the schedule is a little different. Has some games and some matchups that kind of favor us, but it's the NFL. People always do the list. They be saying, well, we got an easy schedule, a hard schedule. You never know what a team might become. There's a lot of teams that become something different every season. Might be a team that you think may be easy, and they might be NFC Championship team or AFC Championship team or a Super Bowl contender. You never know what can happen really in the NFL. Everything changes every year. So hopefully the Steelers can go out there and try to win 10+ games and go out there and try to make the playoffs. It was released to my next bullet point, which is playoff berth. The Steelers got to go out there and get a playoff berth. I know we went to the playoffs the year before last when Big Ben was here, his final season, but that was kind of like a little luck one when you got to rely on a lot of things happening, people losing games and certain things happening. I want us to be in a solidified playoff spot where we're like, okay, it's week 14, 15, and we're in the playoffs. We know we're in the playoffs. We just got to hold off and stay healthy and try to win games for positioning. But I want us to be in a solidified spot, not waiting and relying on other people to do what we should have done. How we did last year, which was good that we missed the playoffs last year. In general, of course, you don't want to miss the playoffs, but I think last year is a good wake-up call for the guys that you got to go out there and handle business yourself. No need to be trying to see if the Jets going to win the game for you or this going to happen or that going to happen. How about you go out there and win the football games yourself and don't put yourself in a predicament so you won't have to worry about, relying on other people to do your job. So once the Steelers go out there and just handle business and go out there and play amazing football and go out there and win games and have 10+ wins on their record and have that solidified playoff berth and solidified playoff spot so they can be in the playoffs ready to contend for the championship, then that's when we can get to a point where our team is getting back to that old nature when we actually was contenders for the Super Bowl. Another thing too is playoff wins. I'm tired of going to the playoffs just to go there. Just to say we went there like that. It's like buying a ticket in the 400 section. Be like, oh, I was there, but was you really there? Because it like a dot down there. It like a dot. So I don't want us to actually be there. I want us to be up close and personal. I want us to be ringside, courtside. I want us to be down there to be all in the game. To be like, okay, the Steelers did pretty good in the playoffs. They won the game or they won 2 games. I put that little S at the end of wins on the board because gotta be playoff wins. One playoff win, of course, it might satisfy some of the stuff, but it won't cut it for me. I think to go out there, the Steelers got at least win 2 of them. Because as you guys mentioned, as I mentioned before, I said that the Steelers will make the AFC Championship game this season. I feel like they're gonna lose in the AFC title game. I think it'll be a rematch between the Chiefs and the Eagles. I got the Eagles winning the Super Bowl this year. Hopefully the scenario is different. I'm hoping that we make the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. But just speaking from perspective of bringing the fandom and bringing the biasness of fandom out of it, I probably predict that the Steelers will make the AFC title game because their roster is similar to that of the Eagles. You look at the Eagles roster and the way the Eagles kind of shape things up and how they build around their guys, it's kind of similar. Similarities, the way their styles are. And I think the Steelers add those right pieces and they kind of can fly under the radar and they can surprise some teams. And I think they'll be in the AFC title game. They'll lose to the Chiefs. And I think the Chiefs will go on to the Super Bowl versus the Eagles in a rematch, back-to-back rematch, and the Eagles win this time. And I think the following year will be the year for the Steelers to get to the Super Bowl, and we'll see what happened there. I think, looking from a perspective of non-fan, I feel like they kind of slept on a little bit, and every year the Steelers People always count them out. They always say, "Oh, the Steelers are not going to be this. They're going to lose." Like last year, they said the Steelers going to be 7-9 or no 7-10. They were saying 6 and this and that, and years before, like they say every year, but yet and still it never happens. And now the Steelers have fixed the O-line. They've got some guys on offense, some more guys on offense. They went out there and added the depth pieces on defense, and they kind of got the roster they want now. Because kind of past few years, the money was kind of tight a little bit. The Big Ben contract and the other contracts that was happening and the deals that was happening. Now the Steelers have freed up a lot more money. Quarterback money concern is not a problem right now because it's Kenny Pickett's second year, so you can go out there and do a lot more things. A lot of guys on young rookie deals, and the Steelers actually used high draft picks to get offensive guys to build the offense up. As you guys know, the Steelers love their defense. The defense is a strong suit for them, but I think Steelers had the most spent defense. Was it last season? I think last season or the year before last, like the Steelers had the most spent defense. I think now it's like 4 or 5. Right now. And of course, some teams, the team won a Super Bowl last year. The Chiefs won a Super Bowl, but they had the second highest spending offense. So sometimes you got to go out there and spend some money on offense. The NFL days have changed a little bit. So you got to go out there and spend some money on offense a little bit. I think the Steelers did that and using the draft picks and trading for Allen Robinson, bringing in Broderick Jones, bringing in Isaiah Amalu, Herbig, bringing in Darnell Washington. Calvin Austin is back now. We used we drafted George Pickens last season with the pick, and we used Najee Harris on one of the picks 2 years ago. So, like, bringing the Steelers the past few years have been building up the roster and using the picks for the offensive side. Because, at first we kind of like thought we can just get it through defense, all through defense, which is maybe in the old days you could do that too. We still don't need defense, of course. You need defense still, but I feel like you need some fire and power on offense, and the Steelers kind of lack that deep threat ability. Now you got Calvin Austin, you got George Pickens, you got Deontay, and you got Allen Robinson. Very good receiving core. And you got Najee Harris, and you got Jalen Warren, a guy who's undrafted last year, who's playing very good. You got good tight end group with Pat Freiermuth, Connor Hayward, Darnell Washington. Your O-line is fixed now too. Now you got offensive weapons. You got the young quarterback. You spent a first-round pick on a young quarterback last season, and he showed you that he can go out there and win games for you. And I think he went 7-4 as a starter. He had 4 game-winning drives. So now you have the offense to match the defense. It might not be the same level of the defense because defense got some all-pros over there, very good defense, but you get the offense that can hold their own and can go out there and help us out instead of us just relying to hold the lead. Because the past few years, we've just been doing that. We're like, oh, we got a lead. We up 20. The Steelers up 23 to 16. We're just hoping the defense is, please get turnover, please. Like you're hoping, putting too much pressure on the defense. How about the offense just keep scoring and you don't have to worry about that, right? So I think this season, the Steelers got a better offense to hold their own against the defense with the defense we have as well. And I think they're going to merge and play amazingly together. Another thing, too, I don't know if the Steelers will win a division this year. As a fan, I want us to win a division, of course. But looking from a non-fan perspective, I have no idea who's going to win this division. This division got a lot of great teams, a lot of good teams in it. Look at the Steelers, you look at the Bengals, you look at the Ravens, you look at the Browns. All these teams have quarterbacks. I know Kenny Pickett is still coming into his own a little bit like that. Deshaun Watson still got some questions around him. Can he kind of get that stuff that he had back when he was a Texan? And Lamar Jackson, can he stay healthy? Joe Burrow, there's no questions about him, of course. He's very good, elite level quarterback. But they all got some quarterbacks who are pretty good, who can get the job done, capable. They all got some good defenses too. Now the Bengals did lose some guys on defense. The Bengals lost some guys on defense. But I think overall the defense is still pretty solid. And the Steelers' defense is very good. Ravens' defense look pretty good, too. Might have lost a few pieces here and there, but the Ravens' defense is still pretty good. And then the Browns' defense is good, too. Great defense as well. Look at the receivers in that division. You got George Pickens. You got Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper probably being the best receiver in that. Well, Amari Cooper and Jamar Chase, those are probably two of the best ones. T. Higgins, another guy, too, up there. And then you got Tyler Boyd. You got Deontay Johnson, another Pro Bowl receiver. You also got Odell Beckham in there now. Odell might not be the same Odell he once were, but he still had that name at present. If he can go out there, I don't think he can go out there and have no crazy season. He might have 1,000 yards, but it might be one of the low, like 1,000-yard seasons if he stay healthy. But there's a lot of receivers in this division. There's a lot of running backs too. You got Nick Chubb. You got Najee Harris. You got Gus Edwards. You got J.K. Dobbins, who's the starter for the Ravens. You also have Joe Mixon. I almost forgot Joe Mixon. You got Joe Mixon as well. So you got a lot of different. All these teams have a lot of similarities. They got a lot of weapons. They got a lot of talent everywhere. Coaching too. Coach Tomlin, probably he's the best coach in the division. John Harbaugh right up there next to him. And then you got, of course, Zach Taylor, who's been doing a good job the past few seasons with the Bengals. And then you also have, of course, Kevin Stefanski. So, like, some of the coaches, you might have questions about Kevin Stefanski a little bit, and Zach Taylor, you might have a little questions about him, but overall, the coaching is still pretty good, too, in the division, and tight ends are amazing, too. So, they have a lot of similarities and a lot of things in common. So, this is going to be very hard to see who in the division. Of course, I'm rooting for my Steelers to go out there and win the division and go out there and handle business. But from perspective, a non-fan perspective, I was just looking as a guy who's just a fan of football, who wasn't a fan of anybody. I don't know. I wouldn't know who to choose to win the division because anybody can take it. But hopefully the Steelers take it. Hopefully the Steelers take it and handle business. That's the only thing I'll make sure. You go out there and handle business and you stay healthy and you handle business, you can see a lot of success. If we win the division, that'd be very good. You get at least one home field game in the playoff, which is good for us. And, because I think the Steelers have I think since the 70s. They hit the thing on the internet yesterday. Since the 70s, the Steelers have the highest win percentage at home. I think it's 70%. Yeah, it was 70%, yeah, on the Steelers had. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So hopefully Steelers can go out there. Well, not 7%, but I think it was like it was 0.7%. So it was way above 500. So we've been doing a very good job. So hopefully Steelers can go out there and do their thing and go out there and play amazing football. But that's all I got for this video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you liked the video. This might be my last video this week. Unless I have the other video that come out. It's probably a special video that's coming. The Steelers Hype video coming on Monday. I might have 2 Steelers Hype videos. One might come out this week at the end of this week and the one on Monday. But just stay tuned to see what we have in store. But next week going to be very good. Like I mentioned before, we're going to have on Monday, we're going to have the Hype video, either part 1 or part 2, depending on if I do the other one. And then on Wednesday, we're going to have the game picks. And then on Friday, we're going to have the game preview of the Steelers and 49ers. And then on Saturday, we're going to have a 30-minute segment before the game day. We're going to have a little segment right there, a new segment that we're going to try to do. I don't know if every week, but maybe every other week, try to do that like that. I'm going to be a live stream, talk to you guys. You guys can leave me questions on there and talking about different things. And then we're going to have on Sunday, the live watch party and the review. So you want to stay tuned for that. And you want to be ready for that. And the Mondays after that will be reactions to the games after. So it'd be like something happened, we lost, hopefully we don't lose. But if we lose, then it'll be a reaction to that. If we win, it'll be a reaction to that. Hopefully that's the case. And yeah, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, see you guys when I see you. Peace out.